Oh, we got a new farm purchase.
Then he was like, oh, maybe I should tell you about these things first.
Big difference, eh?
Yeah, it is.
Calf was born with its insides kind of flipped on the outside.
We use this pill popper, put it down their throat.
We've got a calf on the loose. Well, I just saw Eddie drive in. He went to pick up a skid steer bucket. He told me just this morning that he had ordered a skid steer bucket. And then he was like, oh, maybe I should tell you about these things first. And then I was like, well, how much is it? And yeah, I would have liked to know. But anyway, he picked up the skid steer bucket, so I want to go check it out. Sometimes I get a little nervous when he decides to make these farm purchases because we have just been operating here for a year and we have a lot invested in this, so he hasn't let me down yet, but it always still makes me nervous.
Oh, we got a new farm purchase. It's not a huge deal, but for me, for feed making, it's a pretty big deal. So we got a high volume skid steer bucket for feed making. And this bucket will hold probably 2 or 3 times the amount that the other skid steer bucket would hold. Big difference, eh?
Yeah, it is.
I'm not sure if it's much wider. I don't think it's a lot wider. It's a lot higher and deeper. A little deeper, a lot higher. Can't wait to use it.
So we just had something pretty unusual happen. We had a cow that had a calf while we were inside having a snack before chores, and the calving went fine, but the calf was born with its insides kind of flipped on the outside. It's kind of hard to explain. The calf's back legs were like twisted up, like totally non-functional, and the inside, like you could just see right inside, and then some of the insides were spilled out, and Eddie's never seen this before. I've never seen this before. He called me and he was like, something more, like this calf looked really weird, something more than the placenta seems to have come out. Maybe it's the uterus. Like, why don't you come have a look? So I came to have a look, and I thought that it was the calf's intestines and like insides outside of the calf. So yeah, something kind of nasty to see. We sent a picture to the vet just to see if she had anything to advise us about caring for the mum or anything, and she said that she did have a name for this, and she said it happens rarely. She probably sees it about once a year, and usually they have to perform a C-section to get the calf out, so we're lucky that didn't happen, and the calving seemed to go fine. She said the mum should be fine, so we have her in the headlocks now. Eddie's going to give her some calcium and get her in the robot to milk her.
So I'm going to give the cow that just calves some calcium in a pill form. We give calcium in a liquid bottle under the hide or in the vein. So you can also give them this pill, shove it down their throat, and then it slowly releases in their body. And cows are deficient in calcium after they have a calf, so it's good to give them calcium in some form, whether it's in a bottle or in a pill. We use this pill popper to put it down their throat. I'm also going to give the cow some vitamin B12. I don't know exactly what it does, but the vet told me that it's good for animals that are kind of on the edge. And since she had a weird calving, it's a vitamin. It's not going to hurt her. You can give it to a healthy cow, you can give it to a sick cow. So I'm just going to grab her under her lip, put my hand in there, her mouth will open up, and I'll shove this down her throat. She won't like it, but it'll be good for her. Vitamin.
This part was a bit chaotic. Eddie realized he had forgotten to turn the sorting gate to automatic, which will sort the cow back into the special needs pen, so he had to run up and switch it before the cow walked out of the robot and was yelling at me to collect the milk. We got it done. So we'll test that colostrum and see if it's good enough quality to freeze for another calf whose mom doesn't have good enough quality to feed. So there's a town about 45 minutes away that has a safety village to teach kids about farm safety, road safety, and fire safety, and check out what they have here. It's really cool. You wanted me to find the girls for you? Okay, you just wait here. I'll tell them to come find you, okay? No, you have to stay in one spot. We've got a calf on the loose. Well, I've got a calf on the loose, so what I've done is I've taken the cage away from her hutch and I put the bottle in the holder, and I'm hoping she just goes in there because she's been going in some of the empty ones, and I hope she finds hers and gets back. I'm going to do water, feed the calves water, while I'm hoping she'll go back to her hutch. She's right by her hutch now. I'm really hoping she'll go in. I'm done on my chores. I just want her to drink her bottle. You're going the wrong way. I'm getting so fed up. She's just running around the yard and I can't get her in the hatch. Ugh. Well, just before I was about to get up, I finally got her. We're doing some mulch on the flower beds, and we found this really good mulch. Do you know where it comes from, Eddie?
No, it's from my dad.
Eddie's dad picks it up for us,
I think,
thankfully.
like Wallenstein or
It comes from like the Wallenstein, Waterloo area, and it has like a little bit of horse manure in it. And we just think it looks so nice. It looks basically like really fresh dirt on the flower beds. So we've been using that for the last couple of years. And last year I actually did a mulch vegetable garden and was really happy with it. But this year we're just gonna go back to dirt since we tilled it, and it's really nice soil in there. So I think we're gonna skip the mulch this year. But we're doing the flower beds, and I just made up these cute little pots for actually for free. And if you guys want to know how, I'm just gonna quick show you. I just planted hostas. I had dug them out. Oh, my shadow's in the way. I had dug them out last year and then like split plants and just kept them in pots over the winter, and they did fine. And then I also did the same with, this is some creeping Jenny here, I believe it's called. This is some creeping sedum here that I just overwintered. And it's looking a little sad, but I really need to water this here. And then I also just planted in these areas here. I planted some of this alyssum, I believe you call it, and I did that last year, and it bloomed pretty much from June to August. It was really nice. And then also nasturtiums. I've never planted those before, so I'm hoping I'll have luck. I thought the colors looked kind of nice and rustic, so there's some of those in there on the side, so they'll bloom eventually, and I'll keep you guys updated on what these look like through the summer. Oh, and the kids and I made this cute little fairy garden too. Check it out. They have this, there's a hosta there, and then they have like a little picnic table, some bottle cap stepping stones, rocks, and then we planted some ornamental grasses in here and some flowers that will show up hopefully.
So, when will we stop doing this?
Somebody has to unload that small wheelbarrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna unload it.
So you're gonna keep up with us there, Lauren?
Yeah, you're spelling malt too. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I just want to let you know that when you comment on a video,
It helps my channel because it tells YouTube that people are engaging with the content, which means they like the content. So then YouTube will push my videos to more people. So I really encourage you and would just love it if you leave a comment in the video. It can be one word, it doesn't have to be much. That would really help out my channel and I would be forever grateful for you.
Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me